Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and we got a treat for you today. So many people have requested Bant Merfolk. We've brought back Wonderwine Hub in order to cast Unsettled Mariner. Is Unsettled Mariner the card that we want to reach for in today's modern metagame? If you want to find out, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Oh, by the way, I'm a streamer now. You see I'm a streamer. I got the floodlights. You can see, if you're here live, you can see me live. If you want to check out me, if you want to watch the show live, go check out my schedule in the description below. And before we get into our deck list or our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com, and with content on Commander, Commander Podcast, MTG Arena Standard, and Modern, and more, the Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So, the Merfolk community has been trying really hard to make Unsettled Mariner a thing, and there's actually been quite a few good results that came up with Unsettled Mariner. I think Merfolk Joe had a 5-0, and a lot of other people are trying to push and build the deck. And certainly there are... all the lists up to this point were playing with fetch lands to take advantage of things like Rest in Peace, which I think are well positioned. Rest in Peace is a very good card right now. I'm going to forego it because I think we have enough artifacts that are good enough options that we can lean on, and I'm just going to go almost like a human's mana base with the Unclaimed Territory, the Cavern of Souls. Maybe I could even throw in what's it called? What's it called? I'm missing one. Ancient Ziggurat, but not really. I think we're doing fine here. Wonderwine Hub is a really good card that can also help us cast Dismember, unlike. And also randomly we can still cast Force Negation. But the point is, Unsettled Mariner might be underrated right now. It actually might be in really good position. First off, it's really good against burn. Like, I played this thing against burn, and even if they're not choked on mana, it makes it really hard for them to do anything. Because, like, even if you want to Searing Blaze this thing, you end up targeting two things. You end up targeting the player and the creature that you target. So there are two, they get taxed twice. And not to mention, Eldrazi-tron is still a really popular deck. And you need to pay the 1 for every Walking Ballista trigger, or every Walking Ballista activation that they make. So Unsettled Mariner might be what we need in Merfolk. But the downside is you gotta splash whites. There's no way around it. So how are we gonna do it, or how am I going to do it? I don't want to play with fetch lands, because I think that undermines my advantage against burn. If you start playing with like a lot of fetch lands, then all of a sudden your plan is going to go to hell. So you like save some damage with this, but then you're going to take damage with the fetches and the shocks, and that's not where you want to be. In fact, that's like one of the downsides to just playing like playing Simic Merfolk, period. So we are not going to take that direction. We're going to decide we're going to play with some painless mana base in exchange for not being able to cast these cards nearly as easily. But also we have mostly an artifact package for the sideboard, so hopefully it all evens out in the end. So the deal is, yeah, we're going to play Unsettled Mariner, and we've got a normal, like, Simic thing going on with 4 Kamena Speaker, Merfolk Mistbinder, 12 Lords with the Lord of Atlantis, Master of the Pearl Trident. We can still fight attrition with Silver Gill Adept, and we don't need to cast Force of Negation. We can play the alternate casting cost, but our mana base is in such a way that we can randomly have the mana. We do have 10 sources of blue mana. We will not consistently cast this card. We just will not. Because the double blue is going to hurt. But situationally we will. And also against control decks or Path to Exile decks, any deck with Field of Ruin or Path to Exile will help us find our blue sources, which in that case we will actually be able to cast Force Negation. So it's going to be more castable than we think. Now, in addition to that, how about Spreading Seas? I think 10 blue mana sources is enough to cast Spreading Seas by turns 4 and 5, which is basically around the time that I would want to cast Spreading Seas most of the time anyway, but it might be a liability earlier on in the game against, say, regular Tron, or maybe even Eldrazi Tron that's threatening to have Tron by turn 3, so we may not reliably have that available to us either. But in exchange, hopefully, we're going to have really good defense and also really good mana. The mana base is less painful than the Simic mana base, so that we've got that going for us. And you know, honestly, I sort of want to just take out an Aether Vial and add the Mutavault, but I don't know if that's wise. But because we have less 1-drops in this deck, so increasing the 1-drops is going to be important. And then we go to the sideboard. So I have a random 1 Brazen Borrower for if Ensnaring Bridge resolves. I got 2 more Dismember for the Goblins players, and also for Eldrazi in general. And we've got a great artifact package, 2 Grafdigger's Cage and 2 Relic of Progenitus, basically for control decks or for the graveyard decks like Dredge. Also, I think Torpor Orb, it's time for Torpor Orb, people. It might be time for Torpor Orb. I would love to play this card. This card shuts down goblins. This card shuts down, what's it called? Humans. It puts a hurt. It actually helps against Dredge, because if a creature enters the battlefield, it's not going to trigger Prized Amalgam. So if we have this thing on the board, they have to spend their artifact hate on this and not necessarily this when we follow it up. So Torpor Orb, I can bring this in against Dredge, and it's going to be fine against the Primeval Titan decks. And we don't have many ETB effects. What, Merfolk Trickster, Silvergill Adapt? Hell, I can take out the Silvergill Adapt if I need to for this Torpor Orb. Not a big deal. Damping Matrix, we bring this in against... We have brought this in against Eldrazi. It also shuts down goblins. We got a lot of hate for goblins. Hate on goblins, hate on goblins, hate on goblins. And we got Damping Sphere, which is also going to be our Tron hate, and Eldrazi Tron hate, and also Amulet hate, and some Chalice of the Voids, just because it's like a free way of... It's basically a free, easy way of... We can use colorless mana to use it. That's all. That's basically it. That's all I want to say. So, if there's only one other thing I would change, I'm mostly copying Rothgar's mana base, but I would really like to have a 3rd Mutavault in here, especially since we got Silvergill Adept over here. But with that, let's get in to our Modern League. So we won the die roll, but we have not a damn creature in our hand, so we have to mulligan. Okay, we got what we wanted. So I'll keep one of these. Maybe we should just dump this. I'm gonna keep like some tempo cards, so I'll keep the Mariner. So we will keep, and I'll keep 1 Mariner, but maybe keeping 2 would be better. But it's just so high risk. If I get rid of the Mariner and Trickster ends up being good, I'm in trouble. Actually, hold on, cancel. Honestly, okay, let's just have a little bit of a discussion right now. I don't like Trickster right now in the modern metagame. Like, I'm finding it's like worse and worse and worse. Like in the more matchups I get into, it's getting more and more situational. It's just good as a flash creature. Do you want? I'm gonna dump the Trickster. This is all about Mariner. Let's just overload on Mariner and then let the Mariner carry us. Should I show Merfolk? I guess no. We're not gonna show you anything, even though you probably can guess we're a Merfolk deck. What kind of deck are we playing here? Also, when you're named Nikachu online, they know you're playing Merfolk. Just a heads up tip. If you call yourself Nikachu, there's actually a pretty good chance. Whoa, dude! So it looks like we're up against Storm. So those grape shots are all going to cost more mana. Akoto Didaku, love your content. Glad I caught you live today. Greetings from Barcelona. Greetings! Barcelona is wonderful. Mariner sure is great versus grape shots, so hopefully. We got tons of them. I don't know, is this smart? Anyway, I probably should attack first, then play the Unsettled Mariner. I don't know if this attack is smart, but I'm gonna make it. It's better to bluff it first instead of not. Anyway, they didn't block, so they need this more than we need this thing. Sequencing, people. Sequencing is important. I would really love a Cavern of Souls here, because they are likely holding up some sort of counter magic. That is very late. No blue mana. How do you consider the ad nauseam matchup generally? If you have more counter magic, you beat them. If you have less counter magic, you lose. It's a matter of how much counter magic do you have for the matchup. We've got 4 Force Negations and 2 Chalice of the Void. So we might be only okay in that matchup, but not great. Can't remember if our other artifacts are going to play a role. Oh yeah, Gifts requires more mana. Alright, let's play more of these things then. And then we'll just pass. I'm glad I kept this hand. See, this is a matchup where well, do you know what Trickster does a little bit at the upkeep? I can tap this stupid thing. Gifts ungiven targets you. Is this gonna work? Didn't they just got their repeal countered? Because it costs for each one. So we already got our opponent. Yeah, you can pay for one, but you can't pay for the other one. Yeah, they just realized it's Mariner's already paying off, people. Mariner's already paying off. So what do I do? This thing reduces costs, but this is increasing costs. So I think it's still fair to attack. So long as a Goblin Electromancer is in play, and they're still taking the damage. So long as a Goblin Electromancer is in play, it sort of like evens out, I think. Yeah. Well, now you can repeal. Oh yeah, they just resigned. 3 Mariner on the battlefield! 3 Mariner! The Merfolk community knows what it's doing. Okay, so we've got a lot of options available. Grafdigger's Cage is good. Relic is good. Damping Sphere is good. Storp Orb good? No, they don't have anything. This is not good. Chalice is fine, but not great. Brazen Bar is fine as a creature to cast at flash speed, but otherwise I don't like it. I don't like Dismember in this matchup because they have enough of those stupid Goblin Electromancers and Brawls that it just doesn't matter. Spreading Seas is irrelevant. Silvergill Adept is okay. Unsettled Mariner is apparently a beating. I actually have too many cards. I might actually take out the Silvergill Adept just because I'd want... Well, normally I would take out my most expensive card. This thing dies to Grape Shot easily. I know it's actually hard to activate Commander Speaker unless I have a Merfolk in play. I could just not bring in Chalice. It's like... Chalice is not that good. If you can get on 4, it's good. But it's like, overall, it's not that great. It's not mandatory. I could take out 2 Lords. 2 Lords are the Silvergills. This was impressive. This was good. And by the way, we're bringing in the Graveyard Hate because, I mean, they need to flashback things like Past in Flames, or at least target things with Past in Flames. Sorry, I lost. I could take out 2 Silvergill Adepts, or I could take out 2 Merfolk Mistbinders. In Storm, the games can go long. Maybe they'll go slower with Unsettled Mariner, so I want the Silvergill Adepts, but you still need, like, some pressure. I could take out some Commander Speakers, but I really like that you have a creature on the battlefield. I'll take out 2 Silvergill Adepts. I'm not sure about the Chalices. Probably nothing worse than the main deck. So this hand is actually quite fine. I like it. We'll keep. We have some interaction for gifts. We've got Unsettled Mariner again. And we can play 2 things on turn 2, which is very convenient. So we have this one land Vial hand, but it's actually a pretty strong hand. Unclaimed Territory. I guess I'll play this first, so that if they think that they can get counter magic, that it might work. I guess we'll just cast the Unsettled Mariner next turn. Tuckstep says, the Electromancer is better than Mariner when it comes to taxing math because Electromancer affects the rituals. Oh yeah, that's true. Alright, so this dummy's back, but we've got our own dummy. Again, I can just not reveal our Cavern. Oh, actually, do you know what? I think I would play the Cavern anyway. Because if I draw a Mutavault now... Oh, I don't use green. What do I do that for? Cancel. It's bizarre. Why do I have Unclaimed Territory in my deck? Whenever you or a permanent you control. So it actually protects my Ether Vial from that stupid repeal. I mean, they have enough mana right now. Okay, you can mana Morphos. Mariner does make Grape Shot look bad, though. If I'm not mistaken, they have to pay a tax for each copy, right? Yes, they do. So they're just going to go for it right now. Just fine. We'll force negate it. You have to pay this. Shouldn't they just do this on their turn? Or I guess not. They're just going to go for it. I guess if they remand either of these cards, that would be bad. Alright, let's hope we get a Lord. Lord would be nice. Oh, look what happened there. Alright, so we can vial that in. Should be more or less free to attack here. So if we don't get got by, like, Anger of the Gods or something stupid like that. And I guess we're emptying our hand. So I don't like that we are empty-handed in front of our opponent, but I don't want this thing to get repealed. And they draw... Well, I guess they could draw cards. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe I could play it, because if they wanted to repeal, they could. Stay Slap says, oh no, you almost clicked no. Mariner does make Grape Shot look bad, though. Alright, we won the match. Wow! Wow! What can I say? That's pretty damn impressive. I mean, and I have to say, like, if you saw my video about the top 10 decks to beat in the modern metagame, I gave combo, like, a nod, because there are enough random combo decks like this that you do need to be prepared for, and Unsettled Mariner just sort of hands down. Okay, I'll give it... We got 3 of them in game 1. That's a little bit overboard, but it was basically a main deck hate card. It was like a sideboard card, almost. That's how it felt. That was pretty impressive. So huge +1 to Unsettled Mariner. All right, I'm impressed so far. So that was round 1. Let's move on to round 2. So we won the die roll. This hand's actually not very impressive. Whatever. I guess it's basically a 6-card hand. We go turn 2 Mariner, turn 3 Mistbinder, turn 4 attack. If we draw 1 more blue source, we can cast our Force of Negation. I think if one of these was a blue source, I might keep it because I know I don't have to 2-for-1 myself with Force Negation. But when you have a hand like this, you're begging for another land, which I don't want to do. So plus we're like Simic, we can do better, I think, at 6. All right, we didn't do better at 6. One of these cards needed to be a land. Our opponent, I think, kept their hand. Yeah, we can keep this. In fact. Maybe I'm going to dump the vial. I could keep vial land. I am going first. Okay, let's gamble it, I guess. 1 land vial on the play is usually a bit iffy, but if we don't top deck a land, you know, whatever. We'll be okay. Well, they know we have Merfolk in our hand, so just show them one of our Merfolk. Yeah, this keeps threat density at least, but I also could have just kept the land, but it's a very clunky hand, even though, like, even if I keep the 2 land hand with all these things, it's still a pretty clunky hand, even though we're threat dense. And then if I keep drawing creatures, it's like really hard to unload. Looks like we're up against Thoughtseize. Or Inquisition. Alright, what do you want to take? Yeah, we're 1-0 so far. Sling, singles serving friend, do you accept donation decks? Yes, I do. You can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Nikachu MTG. There is a donation, there's like a donation deck tier. I'm not cheap, just to let you know, because you really have to pay me to like rip me away from a Merfolk deck. Oh, they didn't even take our Silvergill Adept. That's scary. So I am sort of hoping for a land here, just so I have some board presence and I guarantee I draw a card. All right, we're guaranteed to draw a card anyway. Good morning, Energized. If we were to get a new Merfolk player in Merfolk, what CMC would we want it in? I want 1-drops. Yeah, I really don't care about the 2-drop slot anymore. 2-drops, 3-drops, 4-drops, I don't care. Ren and 6. Oh, that's why they got rid of the Unsettled Mariner. The truth comes out. So I don't know. I guess a lot of our stuff is going to get sniped. So actually, it's really good that we got the Ether Vial. Oh! I didn't think about that. I should have kept Unclaimed Territory when I was keeping. I didn't think about that. That this one lander could cast Commander Speakers. I sort of screwed myself. I did update Stream Decker, didn't I? Is it updated right now? You're gonna Inquisition me again. How dare you? I guess they're gonna keep taking the Merfolk Mistbinders. So the plan is like end of turn Silvergill Adapt and then like, I don't know, attack Wrenn and 6. And if they want to kill the Silvergill Adapt in play, then the Wrenn 6 has to go down. Actually, yeah, Vialing the Lord was not a bad idea. So it looks like they're preparing for like a Terminate or something. Okay, Fatal Push takes care of Silvergill Adapt. Oh, I'm getting so punished for keeping this Wanderwine Hub over an unclaimed territory. What's nice, I don't have anything at a 3 drop, so I can can I? They've got to have more removal in hand. I guess I'll pass again and play Silvergill Adapt at end of turn. They're on snow? I don't think so. I wonder if it's just for show or if they're trying to squeeze in snow synergy. No, most definitely not. They're just playing snowlands because this is just objectively what you should do. Okay, now I'm going to throw in a Lord of Atlantis. Still can't cast the speakers. But we're learning. I haven't played this Bant deck before, so in the future I now know I should have keep Unclaimed Territory. Unclaimed Territory is my 3-color land. I was sort of thinking about Force Negation, but obviously that's not as important as casting things like Merfolk Mistbinder and stuff, or especially Commander Speaker. You know what? It could go either way. If I keep the Unclaimed Territory, then I can't cast Spreading Seas, for example. We're just like, we're just too clunky here. And now our hand isn't even castable. Oh, that was a nice draw. So this is... Hold on, you're at 7? Okay, one way of beating Wrenn and 6 is to just attack your opponent. And they've got like... Well, they actually have quite a decent chunk of stuff. Maybe I should attack Wrenn and 6 once. Okay, I'm going to attack Wrenn and 6 once. It's going to buy me a few turns. And then after that, I'm just going to attack my opponent a few times. It's a good thing I have an island here, just in case they kill Lord of Atlantis. The Commander Speaker will still be a 2/2. Is this 4-color Jund or Grixis Shadow? It's that's a good point. I have no idea what this is. I have not a damn clue. This could be anything. I know they have a Polluted Delta in hand. They keep recycling it with their Wrenn and 6. I can just yield to the turn. They know I have a Commander Speaker in hand. This just might be 4-color control. Well, it could be like some sort of 4-color Reclamation control deck. Okay, I can't play around anything. We're like really far behind, so I'm just going to attack my opponent. Yeah, I'm going to attack my opponent. Like, for the most part, you should just ignore the Wrenn and 6. Yeah, they have Snapcaster Mage. So this, I think this is a... like a Grixis Reclamation deck or a 4-color. It's 4-color snow for sure. I'm going to lose both these creatures. Whatever, we'll get them game 2. Let's not forget, we mulliganed to 5, and we couldn't curve out at all. So, I mean, these are the reasons that we're really losing. We're not getting outplayed here. Although I have to say, if I kept the Unclaimed Territory, this could be a different game, because I would have an extra creature on the battlefield. Sure. Play Ice Fan Quaddle. Show me more about your deck. I really don't know exactly what you're doing, but maybe you can show me. Teach me. And there's some off chance that we can still win by like just throwing a Lord out there because they're not prepared. Jace the Mind Sculptor. The Mind Sculptor. Opponent not a fan of us keeping our hand. Losses are never our fault. Yes, it's always something else. Well, that would have been nice a long time ago. So, but I can't beat this thing. Do they? Yeah, they know about Unsettled Mariner, so might as well. I wish Magic the Gathering On was just a little bit smarter. Just a little bit smarter so I can like cast my stuff easily. At the moment, Magic the Gathering Online is stupid. It is a stupid program. It's not as smart as MTG Arena. It wants me to manually always click everything. Come on, just figure it out, dummy. Hathenback says, have you seen Chandra's Incinerator with Seal of Fire and Rift Bolt? You can basically cast the thing on turn 2. I have not, like, I know the card exists, but I haven't seen it yet. Oh, we're seeing the true colors of this deck. So it's like Sultai with red? What the fuck is this for? Sultai with red. It's basically Sultai control, but with red. For what reasons, I do not know. So the plan in this deck is just, we just gotta race it. We just race it. It's not a big deal. Have uncounterable creatures and race it. Maybe counterspells don't even matter in this matchup. So for the record, I'm just learning about my opponent's deck. Like, okay, you have Jace the Mind Sculptor, you have Ren in 6. I'm not really familiar at all with this matchup. Because I know I'm lost. I don't know what they're doing, but I know I'm lost. That's all. I am just waiting it out to learn more information. Look, see? You see? I can cast Force of Negation. Sometimes you can do it, people. Sometimes you can do it. Oh, the red. Yeah, the red is for the Ren in 6. The answer is right in front of me. The Ren in 6 on the board. Not that it's Merfolk related, but it is Magic related. Red for? I don't know. When you're lost, you just like turn the brain off. Sometimes you gotta like save that mental energy. Save it. Savor the moment. Savor the mental energy. I wonder, was our beginning hand good enough? Maybe. We had Mutavault in the hand. Fatal Push. Counter it. See, like, this is one of the reasons I did not like Unsettled Mariner, that there's a lot of matchups like Death Shadow where I'm not entirely sure that this is actually going to protect against them, because as the game just goes on, it's not that hard to pay for it. There are matchups like a Burn, I think, it's going to make it difficult. Uro is a decent card, yes. In my opinion, Uro is a very decent card. Alistar says these 4-color decks also run Blood Moon. It's possible. So Ren and 6, let's Jace brainstorm it, a fetch away. Okay, so we're just going to pass. Like, I'm just waiting to see if we can learn about any new cards. Nope, nothing yet. You know, like, it's not correct all the time to just snap resign. You should take the time to learn about what's going on. Especially if you've never played against the deck before. I can assume some things, like they're not running Supreme Verdict. They're running the Winter card, Dead of Winter. But, I mean, I wouldn't assume Jace the Mind Sculptor. I cannot know that they're running this card. Cannot know that they're running Ren in 6 if I saw Sultai colors. I mean, at first it just looked like a Jund deck. We'll name Snake with this one. Yes. Ah, man. Whatever. I could wait to see the last land that they play. Okay, cards that I think are going to be useful. I think I'm willing to bring in Brazen Borrower, especially since they've got things like Assassin's Trophy, which can help find me my islands. Relic of Progen. I actually like Relic and Grafdigger's Cage in these matchups. Any Uro matchup, like a lot of these decks really lean on Uro pretty hard. Too bad this didn't hit Planeswalkers too. It does not. And I wish this was good, but the problem is I keep forgetting. I forgot that like Uro won't get sacrificed when it enters the battlefield, so it's basically like a 3-mana 6/6. Doesn't gain life, but it will when it attacks. Yeah, I won the first match. I lost the first game of match 2. I don't think Dismember is good enough. So with that, we can side out Dismember, we can side out some seas. Maybe side out one of our lands for threat density. It's an attrition-based deck. Maybe also one of the vials. I feel like I'm up against Jund, really. It's like blue Jund. I didn't see any counterspells, so... Well, now I have to bring something in? Well, in that case, we have to keep this. Does this help? I don't think so. I think it'll hurt me more than it helps. Force negation is fine. Everything else is good. Okay. This is also a matchup where I wish I had the third Mutavault. I'm not in love with this hand, but we get to play something on turn 2, so I will keep it. I hate clunky hands, especially against control. Like, I mean, it's okay. I wish I had some interaction, though. Like, this can only get so far. What about Rest in Peace and Bant? Yes, you could do that, but we have to play with fetch lands and shocks. And though Rest in Peace were in the original lists, but I'm trying a version without it. It's very, very possible that shocks are worth the Rest in Peace, because I think Rest in Peace is very good right now. I would love to play Rest in Peace against this deck. Would you screw off with these Inquisitions? So they're going to take our good stuff, which could be Unsettled Mariner, could be Silver Gill Adept. Single Serving Friend says, what makes Snow Deck so difficult is the fact that most of the cards have a cantrip ability, so they are always drawing gas. Or yes, they're always drawing stuff. If only we play Narset. Blue Jund sounds dope. Well, it's a better time than ever to play Blue Jund. That's for sure. You have access to really good cards. Instead of Anger of the Gods, you've got Dead of Winter. Oh, they took the Silver Gill Adept. All right. Can we get Unsettled Mariner by turn 2? Can we do it? I would love to do it. Unsettled Mariner! No. This is actually not too bad, though. I at least get 2 creatures on the battlefield. I will die to Dead of Winter. We don't have a hand that... Well, I don't know. I'll reconsider, but it doesn't look like I have a hand that can play around Dead of Winter very well. Oh, no, no, no! Oh! I clicked through the turn. Well, whatever. Second Vial. Quite useless. This would help so much if I have an extra creature on the battlefield. So we'll just pretend that we actually drew this creature. What would you have taken? I have no idea what I would have taken. Now we're attacking for... No, we're attacking for 2 instead of 4. So I need this on the battlefield now for it to matter. Guess I'll go to my end step and put in play. Come on, no Snowland Dead of Winter. That was the risk. We're dead. I know I walked right into that one, but whatever. I will play this right now so I can draw a land so I can get a presence on the battlefield. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is why I'm designing my deck without without so many ether vials. Like this is really it's so painful to lose like this. Alright, we'll play another one. But like Silver Gillidup will get sniped down by like Ren and 6 or something now. Okay, I will admit I played this game very badly. What I should do is just attack with 2 Comenda Speakers and pass. Instead I've only attacked with 1. And now we're too slow. We don't have interaction for the Dead of Winter in the long run, but we might have gotten a lot more damage in before Dead of Winter became a thing. Okay, our opponent does have 3 cards though left in hand, so they could be all trash. Okay, this one's gonna be always no. Then this one's going up. Okay, I will play more patiently now. And I guess I'll play another fucking Ether Vial. Damn it. I could protect that with Unsettled Mariner, if only it was already on the battlefield. So we have almost enough cards for this thing to come into play. So now I will start off with Unsettled Mariner, and then we can deploy our lords at instant speed. I think Unsettled Mariner is good if you have a good aggro start, which we didn't have in either of the games. Oh, we almost had it in this game. If I played better, we could have had a decent aggro start. Yes, the 3 vial hand, I know. Where's the salute emote? I think our opponent is multi-queuing because they're not like acknowledging our Salute does not approve of all the ether vials. Is Salute here? Salute is not here. Yeah, Elklo's vials. Especially against Uro these days, it's very important to have like a smooth attack against these control decks. Playing patiently. I'll be fine. If they don't have another sweeper, I'll be fine, and I guess they don't because they've got this they started playing Drown in the lock. So I'm probably just gonna dump my hand here and hope it's good, and then even if they play Uro next turn, gain 3 life, maybe we draw another lord and then dump our hand again. I love how everyone can like modify the emotes. Okay, so this is gonna go up, yes. And this is gonna go up. That's interesting. So let's crack this. What do we draw? That is also interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna attack with Unsettled Mariner. I think I'm only gonna put 1 lord in play. That's fine. You know what? In retrospect, I should just play the other Mistbinder, and if I draw an Island Walk Lord, I would win next turn. Or maybe I still win next turn, because I'll be attacking for 13. I can attack for 13. Okay, so this is fine. There's still one card off from actually casting Uro. That's funny. Aside from its busted power level, blue-green has always lacked a solid way of handling opposing creatures for a fair, efficient mana cost. Oko filled that niche. Without it, things got rough. Oh, another Uro. That's actually problematic, because now that one Uro can eat the other Uro, so my opponent goes to a much higher life total. Especially if they can play a land this turn. They can. Alright, so we need to draw an Island Walk Lord, and we have a chance. I mean, like, I don't have any reason to believe that my opponent has removal in hand. Actually, they're sort of showing a clear sign that they don't have shit. That's good for us. You have absolutely no idea how happy I am that you cannot hear my fan with RTX voice. It's so great. I can have fans running everywhere. Usually, like, streaming in the summer was just brutal. So they gain a bunch of life. But, like, we can attack... If we draw another Lord, we can attack for just a ton of damage. I mean, I'm already attacking for 7 next turn. So I'm going to tick up one of these vials to 3, because just in case we draw the case Brazen Borrower... Oh, I guess it's not that relevant. If I draw Brazen Borrower, it's useless because of the Ice Fang bottles. I guess we just keep everything as it is, just in case I, like, draw a Silver Gilladept into Lord. Or do I? If I draw if I draw a Kumena Speaker, I have to cast it, so I might as well use Unclaimed Territory. Okay, let's go up 1, and we'll just tick this thing up to 3. Tick this thing up to 2. There we go! Alright, let's tell them to shove it. Okay, hold on. Maybe we can play smart about this, right? I could attack for 7, put my opponent to 11. They attack with Uro, go up to 14. I play Lord of Atlantis and win, because otherwise I might need to hold on to the Force of Negation, or for a removal spell. But I can't do anything about instant speed removal spells. Or I attack for just a ton of damage right now, and then even if they kill... Okay, but then again, I could attack with everything. So what happens when I attack with everything? 4, 8, 13 damage, they go to 5. They gain 8, and then... Oh, it's so close. If they kill one Lord, I only can attack for 7. But then they gain 3. Okay, let's just go for it. Okay, hold on. Let's see if they... Oh, no, I have to do this before blocks. Right now, I think they need exactly Fatal Push. Well, Unsettled Mariner is not going to do a whole lot. Like, they have a lot of mana up. This turn, I'm not afraid. It's the next turn that I'm afraid. And if they find Snapcaster Mage, play Dead of Winter, like, everything gets wiped from the board. Alright, they're fetching. That's a sign of weakness. That's a sign of weakness, people. They know they're dead. The next 2 draw steps better be good. Oh, I guess they don't play Mystic Sanctuary because, yeah, they could use the fetch to get... So actually, I probably shouldn't have played the Lord. I should have played around Mystic Sanctuary. Second Uro. Just for digging for cards. And gaining a bunch of life, too. But if they play the Uro from the graveyard, now it's going to be hard to use a removal spell because of the Unsettled Mariner. They're a bad snow deck if they have no Sanctuary. They may not have enough islands in their deck, because they're a 4-color deck. Alright, let's hope for a brick here. So if they kill one Lord, it's not even the end of the world, right? Because I'm attacking for 10. They literally need, like, Dead of Winter. I mean, there's a lot of cards. I guess they could have Cryptic Command, but we didn't see Cryptic Command game 1. Chase the Mind Sculptor does nothing here. Surprise double strike, yeah. Tamer battle rage you to death. Nick asks, I just joined. What is your creature on the far left? Is it Bant? It is Bant. We're playing with Unsettled Mariner. That's what we're playtesting here. They're showing respect. Didn't they take it with like a Inquisition or Thoughtseize in game 1? I think they did something like that. So, well, they're thinking really hard. That's a good sign for us. So it looks like they're going to bring back the other Uro because they have like nothing else to do. And then we know we got him. We know we got him. Actually, that's not entirely true. If they bring back the other Uro and they can find a Fatal Push, they can kill one of these things. They'll have 2 mana left over, and I'm only attacking for 10, and I need to do a lot more than that. Return target creature card from a graveyard, and target creature on the battlefield to the owner's hands. That's interesting. So you're going to pay for this. But I can just replay it. So I'll play the Mariner in response so that they don't have the option of playing a land and then Fatal Pushing at the same time. Does that mean they go to 13? But that's it. It's over. I think this is it. I think they still have 2 land drops for the turn, though. Why did they put this one? Oh, no, they have to put this thing in the graveyard. So we learned something new. They're playing with Rise and Fall. Target creature, return target creature card from the graveyard and target creature on the battlefield to their owner's hands. Target player reveals 2 cards at random from their hand, then discards each non-land card revealed this way. Interesting. All right, we're going to game 3. I bet Mariner played a part. I still don't think I can use any of these cards. And we probably learned that they do not have Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, why is try to use the Stream Decker one. Or Tuxdev, what can you do about the cardboard live thing? It's not showing the deck. I forgot. I'm using Stream Decker. If you can use Stream Decker, use Stream Decker. But otherwise, how do I get my deck on Cardboard Live? Damn it. I know I've been approved for Cardboard Live. I'm not using it at all yet. I didn't know that this is going to become my replacement for Stream Decker. Sorry about that. I think I still have an extension on the on Twitch to use Stream Decker. Physics rules. I've been enjoying your content lately, and I think you found a great identity in this niche sphere. I love Brian and Rudy and others, but it's refreshing to see it is still possible for other content creators to find their own path. That's right. How do I look at Stream Decker? Usually, I think if you scroll your here, how about this? I'm just gonna send it to you in the current deck. There's the deck. So this is the type of hand that I hate, because we got the double Ether Vial. And Force Negation, which almost has to eat a card. But our opponent just mulliganed. I guess I'm going to keep this, but I'm not thrilled about hands like this. Yeah, the right-hand side of the extension. I think you don't have Channel Fireball or Channel Fireball Live extension going yet. I think I do, because like it's working. People go like exclamation point deck, and it's bringing up Cardboard Live. So they've done something on their end. Even though I did nothing. Oh, that's nice. I like drawing creatures. I like drawing creatures. Threats. It's going to be a really interesting... It's going to be... I'm going to have an interesting choice if they play Wrenn and 6. I would rather not waste my time with Wrenn and 6, but it's sort of annoying. It's card advantage. You want Wrenn 6? Go... And I've got the Relic here. Okay, Ren and 6, go fuck yourself. I actually don't want... It's possible that they're mana screwed. Like, they have no blue mana here. It's a tough choice. It's a tough choice, though. Because I don't have the Ether Vial. Sorry, I don't have my Relic of Progenitus out yet. And we keep drawing threats. That's nice. Goodbye! Actually, I should wait on that. Because they might want to... What's it called? Drown in the Lock one of my creatures. But when we untap with this, it should be fine. Oh, you slimy little bastard. Well, we got the replacement one here. Do I even play the replacement one? Yeah, maybe we do. Because I don't want to take too much damage. Well, I mean, damage is not the biggest thing in this matchup. I still don't want to take too much damage from these Waterlogged Groves. And in the long run, it's going to be good. Okay. They do have Astrolabe. They do have it. So I guess we'll target them for now. Keep their graveyard nice and low. Because they have Snapcaster Mage. I'm gonna attack. If they play Quaddle, I'll just tap it down with Trickster. And I'll be okay with that. I don't want to expose either of these cards. That's fine. And next turn we can play like Lord of Atlantis, hopefully. And hopefully that's good enough. And we actually attack for more now. Yeah. Well, it's a 2-2 now, Stay Slapped. Eighth and back, how much life do you think Astrolabe or Uro have left in Modern? How much life do you think Astrolabe and Uro have left in Modern? I don't know what you mean. You gotta redefine the question. You want me to discard a card? Again, I'll keep wiping their graveyard. So I'm just going to hope that they don't have Fatal Push, because I really depend on this Lord of Atlantis to push damage, and I really don't want to... I mean... Oh, that's great. We have a backup. We got the backup. So, even if things went bad, we have a backup. Okay, no Dead of Winter. Don't no Dead of Winter. No Dead of Winter. Oh, how much time before it gets banned? Not too much. Like, not too... It probably could be around for a lot, quite a bit longer still. So this is not the end of the world. Oh, it doesn't hit you? Non-snow creatures? That sucks. Now, the only thing that sucks is we're actually taking a lot of damage from our mana base now. I really want to peel, like, a land. We're not peeling a land. This is the opposite. We're gonna die to our Waterlogged Groves. And I'm not kidding. Alright. Keep playing. I'm asking again because I don't think you saw the first time Shirkopala, Kira, or Shaper Sanctuary is better than Unsettled Mariner. They would never... Like, did you see... Like, you had to have seen what we did against Storm. Like, we beat them just because of Unsettled Mariner. Not for any other reason. Oh, you do have this damn thing. We'd be in reasonable shape if we didn't have these damn waterlog groves here. We'd be in reasonable shape. Yep. Nice Vanquaddle tribal. Oh, you have your own waterlog grove. We cannot cast any. I think at this point, I'm going to crack. Do I want to? I take 2. It's not over yet. Stay slapped. That's the fastest I've seen a control player slammed at a winner. Oh yeah, they do the same with what's it called? Supreme Verdict. So if I crack Relic, I at least wipe my graveyard for Drown in the Lock. But it's their graveyard that matters too. I really want to start drawing less painful lands. But the problem is if I crack Relic and even find a land, I still can't cast any of these things. And I'm actually getting attacked for a decent chunk of damage in the air. Okay, I'm gonna pass, but like I don't feel good about it. Yeah, screwed by the algorithm. But truth be told, that Kolaghan's command is what beat me, because after I couldn't use the second vial, then I was dead. Relic is doing a lot of work here. For all I know, my opponent has Uro in hand. They can't use it, or they don't want to use it. In game 2, they drew a lot of lands. In the game 3, they're not drawing a lot of lands. They're like sitting on 4 lands, and they have just a handful of gas, which is very frustrating. Okay, this is fine. I don't think I'm that far behind, Mikey J. I don't think I'm that far behind. I'm not loving life, but I'm not that far behind. I'll tell you what I can do. I can get a land off of this relic, and we're going to block with Brazen Borrower and hope to do something from there. Oh, I've got a Lord of Atlantis, but I need lands. Land. Fuck you. Okay, so now what do we do? Ether Vial, Ice Vanquaddles keep attacking. I shock myself. I go to 5. I gotta stop shocking myself. So I think now I'm gonna sacrifice. Okay, I could pay 1 right now, Vial. I get attacked for 2. Go to 3. Then I can't shock anymore. So I need to sacrifice 1 of these to draw a less painful land, and then play Vial. Because soon the okay, whatever. I think I'm just dead now. Because the waterlog groves did me in. Like, we have actually a threat dense hand against whatever. I'm certainly appreciative of the see? I know they're holding it back. They were holding it back. We had everything under control. We just took 10 damage from our own lands. Zombie Parrot. This game didn't want you to draw any lands. And again, I prefer lands over the Ether Vial. Like, I just prefer the lands. Like, I've been saying for the last few months, the double Vial hands and the top decking Vial later in the game is so punishing. Like, it's so bad. If this was just a land, that could be this game could be very, very different. And also, if my second Ether Vial wasn't a land, this game could be completely different. Oh, there you go. There we are. Does this matter now? Okay, how the hell do I win this? If I can at all. I play this, you attack me, I go to 1, I'm just dead. Oh, hold on, okay, I can bounce you in combo, I still take a damage. Okay, whatever. We lost. Yeah, time to abandon. Well, I don't want to abandon all the vials, but I find that I'm getting screwed by the 4th vial. Getting screwed by the fourth vial. Still an interesting match. I think it was closer than it looks. And for certainly, if I didn't have so many waterlog groves, probably it could be better. Maybe I should have one less waterlog grove in this deck. Like even in my what's it called, my Simic decks, I'm not playing with the full 4 waterlog grove, or not always. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I am willing to go down on the waterlog groves to play some botanical sanctums, because that could be a painless replacement. But in a control matchup, it's not supposed to matter. It's not really supposed to matter. So anyway, that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. We're up against turn 1 Vial. That's hilarious because we have turn 1 Vial. Why add green to the deck? Wouldn't blue white be easier on the mana base? No. Well, I mean, it would be easier, but it would be way less impactful. We're playing with Kumena Speaker and Merfolk Mistbinder. It's way stronger. Hello, Madcap Skills. Just tuned in. Welcome. We're definitely going to keep this. We have a good hand. Good starting hand. I mean, this hand is just pure aggro. There we go. We're the turn 1 Vial deck. They have a Lurrus avatar, but no Lurrus. They at least used to... Well, they might be a humans player. Oh, what is this? What is going on here? Human! We have actually a pretty good hand for humans. Noble Hierarch. Okay. Am I going to hold up anything for Dismember? Merfolk. I guess... Can't live up to my name, I know. Yeah, where's their Vial? Where is their Vial? So I'm inclined to play Silvergill Adept right now because I don't want to play it later. And then I can play like Double Lord. I guess we can do that. And maybe we can draw a land so I can play... Maybe I can find a land so I can play Dismember on the same turn. Trickster is great. That is a very good card. Anything that can help tempo the opponent is good. No time for Silvergill Adept? I think we have some time. What is this? Black-green? You're gonna take something from my hand? Oh, you're gonna Kitesail Freebirder. Yes, sure. You choose a non-creature, so you're gonna take our Dismember. Yeah, that's not bad, Tuxdev, but the rush is happening anyway. Like, the plan is play Silvergill Adept, Kumena Speaker, and then put the Lords in place. So that's just going to be the most power. I mean, the only way it could work out better is if I draw, what's it called? Like, more Lords. Which is only more likely to happen if I play the Silvergill Adept. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, though. Well, now I don't want that. So I guess what's going to happen is we are going to... Oh, they have a stop at our draw step. Turn off auto yields. Okay. We're going to play our Lord. We're just going to play one Lord. And we're going to attack. And they don't have any good blocks. And if they decide to make a block, then we'll put in a Lord. If they don't, I'm going to Trickster something in play. Okay, I guess this is all I'll do. And this is going to give them more information, but I'll... Well, they know about this card, right? Sell the no fish, but they know. They know about one fish. They can at least try to play around a Dismember here. Okay, I was sort of suspecting a Thousand Lieutenant, so we can at least tap the Champion of the Parish. This will become a 2/3. We can sort of deal with that. Or we could just wait to see what they do, and if they want to be on defense, like, okay, that's their right. Nah, we probably should just tap this Champ of the Parish, make sure it has just one less counter. Yeah, they know about it through the freebooter. Eat the freebooter? If I eat the freebooter is probably not going to attack, because we're just attacking back for too much. VNX asks, do we trickster the champion at upkeep? We don't need to, because they don't have a vial, so we can just, like, trickster at our own will. So, drawing a lord would be perfect here. They appear to be in bad shape. They just went to their end step. And, like, this is all they have out. And they have no... I don't think their blocks are any good here. Okay, so we'll hard cast our Lord and sort of give the illusion that we have another one. Of course, they cannot... it's very unlikely they have Dismember, JLT. It's very unlikely. They might, because of goblins, but I'm going to take a chance that they don't. So by hard casting the Master of the Pearl Trident, which they know about, pretty sure this is the best, because everything's a 3/3. Can double... Well, I guess there's a good block here. You chump block anywhere, take 8, go to 6. I'll get my Dismember back. It's not bad. I can kill the Champion of the Parish. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Take 12? It's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, whatever. They gave up. Fine. Didn't have to make me think about it. Okay, so sideboarding against humans. Well, well, well. What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? What do we have here? My god, this will be the absolute sweetest victory against humans if I get to play this fucking Torpor Orb against them. I can't wait for it. So what do we want? I guess we just side in Dismember and Torpor Orb and take out the Force Negations. That's it. We're the real Vial deck. Yeah, we're the real Vial deck. Screw turn 1 Vial. I guess that's it. Nothing else we need. Sometimes Force Negation is okay on the draw just to hit... Why no RIP in the sideboard? Because I don't have enough white mana to pull it off. I'm playing with... I almost have like a Humans mana base with the 4 Cavernous Souls, 4 Unclaimed Territory. Brazen Borrow is like actually pretty terrible against humans. I thought it was good, but like even if you bounce their Vial, you sort of tempoed yourself out for a turn, and then they'll just replay the Vial, and it's like nothing happened. In fact, it's better, because you spent 2 mana, and then they spend like 1 mana on the Vial, 1 mana on like a Noble Hierarch, and they actually get more stuff in play when they replay their Vial. And also, I think this is just a bad attacker, bad blocker, bad everything. With all my experience with Brazen Borrower, I have learned that this card is actually not that good in the humans matchup. It's actually pretty crappy. They're just too low to the ground. It can't block anything. It can sometimes block Mantis Rider, assuming it doesn't have Exalted. So it ends up being a pretty terrible card. Is there anything else though? I guess there's just nothing else. I actually am open to like siding in Relic of Progenitus if I truly have a donut in my deck. Like I'm open to doing that in the future. Come on, Torpor Orb. Damn it. I actually don't like this hand. I might mulligan this hand. This is the hand that loses easily to humans, because they just tempo you out. I do nothing turn 1. They have like a Mantis Rider in player by turn 2. Turn 2 I play Lord of Atlantis. Next turn they play Thou's Lieutenant and just like kill us. And then we have like... We need a better curve than this. Okay, I have to mulligan this too because I also know that double Waterlog Grove hands also lose. Maybe I just shouldn't have 4 of them in the deck. I should just have, like, 3. 2 to 3 would be fine. 4 is just too much. So I'll mulligan again. Torpor Orb! This is not Torpor Orb! But it's a good hand. We'll keep. Down on cards, so I better keep as much threat density as possible. Maybe I'll hope to snipe. I could just keep Dismember 2 creatures and hope to snipe their 1 good creature. It's not the greatest hand on the draw, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Problem is if they have a Vial. I would love if they have, like, Noble Hierarch and I kill it. And then we're sort of on even footing. Okay, I'm gonna make the greedy line. I'm gonna play greedy with this Dismember. But it's not a good idea because technically I have to be. When you're down on cards, you don't want to play an attrition game. I'm just hoping to hit their 1 good card at the beginning. Oh, they have Vial. Okay, this Dismember is gonna look silly. But they have nothing. They have a slow hand. Command Speaker. Give me Command Speaker. Salute is not amused. Oh, nice. That was a nice top deck. So I'm actually out on front first. That was a really good top deck. Yeah, turn 2 Orb. Oh snap, what'd I miss? You missed us kicking humans' ass in game 1. So what is this gonna be? Meddling Mage? Thou's Lieutenant. That is a very sad Thou's Lieutenant, to be honest. Now I want another land, so I can go Lord, and the next turn Lord Dismember. They have such a slow hand. And they're taking damage from their Horizon land, so we actually might have the hand that lines up well against them. That's nice. So from here on out, I just want to draw, like, Merfolk. That would be ideal. Deals to pay the bills. The problem with Spreading Seas is there is at least a couple of times a league where I would be great, and also multiple times where it's close to unplayable every league. That's why that's only why I have, like, 2 Spreading Seas in the deck. I am not high on Spreading Seas these days, if you've, like, you follow my channel. There's Mantis Rider, not the biggest deal. Well, it's sort of a deal. Because I sort of want to dismember the Thou's Lieutenant. They should attack with the Thou's Lieutenant. I guess I'm going to dismember Mantis Rider and attack for, like, a ton. Trickster, that's nice, too. Yeah, I guess we're going to dismember Mantis Rider. Oh, I got to do it beforehand because I have to still attack. And they're taking so much damage from their Horizon land. See, I mulliganed the Horizon land hand. They did not. Yeah, I get the idea of playing Aquatex Will right now, and I did have a video about Simic. Like, we're really close to Aquatex Will, but Eldrazi is still, like, the second, in my opinion, this, like, at least either one of the best or, like, second best deck in the format right now. And having something that interacts with Tron lands, I still think is a little bit too important. Like, at this moment, like, these Horizon lands are taking their life total down. So even if they play Reflector Mage, they deal 2 damage to themselves. And then they can't even attack anymore, because we could just play Trickster, tap down Reflector Mage, attack for 5, and win. Damping Spheres? Yeah, we could play Damping Spheres. It's not that bad. There's Phantasmal Image. We can blow that up with our own Merfolk Trickster. I think that's going to be it, because I don't care what they do. I'll just Trickster this thing and attack. Actually, I can Trickster this thing, too. Alright, this is like the easiest game I ever had against humans. Yeah, we just win. Alright. Nice. Very easy. It's usually not that easy against it's not usually not that easy against humans. Now that being said, I made the appropriate mulligans. My life experience told me how to mulligan. In that first hand, we had like 2 lands, no 1-drops, and a bunch of 2-drops. It was like Lord City and Unsettled Mariner. I knew that hand was a disaster. I kept those hands too many times in the past, and you just completely get tempoed out. We would get slaughtered. We would just get murdered. They would play Thali Lieutenant, then Mantis Rider attack, then another Thali Lieutenant and attack for more, and we would just gotten completely tempoed out in that game. Or they would have just raced us easily. And then the second hand that I mulliganed to, what had the double Waterlog Groves, I knew the hand looked good, but I knew Waterlog Grove would just eat up my life total. Like instead of being at 13 here, I would be at like 2, and the situation would be completely different. Yeah, the power of green stuff. And we did get a good top deck. I'm not going to lie. I mean, hey, Commandus Speaker turn 1 changed the tide, everything. That turn 1 Commandus Speaker was everything. So anyway, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. We won the die roll. We're doing really good on die rolls. This hand's actually quite good. We can play turn 1 Mutavault and attack with it immediately and eventually dump the Waterlog Grove when we need more cards. I'll play Mutavault turn 1, attack with it, Violence Speaker. Because you need to find ways of, like, I don't have anything to play with my Vial, so I might as well play, so I don't want to use my mana to cast the Master of the Pearl Trident. So that's why I play Mutavault turn 1, turn 2 will attack with it. Oh, Eldrazi, Black-White Eldrazi. It has been a while. Or it's just some sort of Death and Taxes deck. They might take Dismember if they have a Stoneforge Mystic in hand. M515. Oh yeah, so I bet they have Stoneforge Mystic. What about this? The 3/3 Merfolk does not untap unless you control an island. But every deck playing blue would use it. Spreading Seas. This changes a little bit. They could play Tidehollow Sculler. I sort of just want to attack, but they could play Tidehollow Sculler, and it's possible if they've got like Ghost Quarter in hand, they can't cast anything. Their mana base is more sensitive than you would think. I'm gonna Spreading Seas this thing. That's not too bad. We can dump it. Alright, there's the black mana. Dark Robert Confidant is here. Robert. Bobby. Bobby is here, Bobby. Alright, we're going to attack for a decent chunk of damage next turn. Let's race. The race is on. So how do you beat a Dark Confidant? You race a Dark Confidant. You deal damage. If you cannot kill a Dark... So I understand now why they took the Dismember. They wanted to protect their Dark Confidant. But here's the deal. Dark Confidant's going to deal like 8 damage in the long run. So let's deal as much damage as we can and let Dark Confidant deal the rest. How does that sound, everyone? Does that sound about dandy? Does that sound dandy at all? Okay, let's play Cavern of Souls. Merfolk. You know what? I screwed up. I should actually play the Wanderroin Hub because this requires a condition. I haven't played with Wanderroin Hub in a long time, people. Just haven't. Alright, we get him for 6 damage. Hopefully they have no removal here. Because this is coming into play tap now. So I have to play Waterlog Grove and maybe it won't be that bad. Even for the 1 damage. Robert Confidant. Yeah, most of the time when blue mana is produced, it's from an island. Damn it, Bobby. Alright, please find Thought-Knots here. Swamp. Lucky. Always lucky. Oh, let's just hope our Master of the Pearl Trident lives to see next turn. Lingering Souls. That's a pretty crappy card right now. I'm not gonna lie. That is just horseshit. So what is this? Just a tokens deck? They want to throw their Confidant away. They see the danger. No. That you're staying on the board, but you're staying on the board, pal. Oh, if only they revealed this. So you have like a lot of 3-drops in your deck? They might be playing with Sorin. That is an awkward card, because I don't want to crack my Waterlog Grove anymore. So I'd rather just play this. It might be black-white tokens. This can still be Eldrazi. Yeah, this is a guaranteed thing I can play, but if I crack the Waterlog Grove, then I can't attack with Mutavault. If I... Yeah, I'm going to just play the Speaker. But Wonderwine or Waterlog Grove? Because if I play Waterlog Grove, I have the choice. Well, I can still crack both of them next turn if nothing else, so... Okay. We'll show Kamena Speaker, play it off of this. Oops, undo. Play attack with... can't attack with the team, but we can attack for 6. And it very likely could be lethal very soon. Hub! Yeah, hub. I should do the math on the mana base. I mean, I just completely wing the mana base here. Because maybe I can play with, like... I'm not sure. I don't know the limits to this. My mana base is pretty good overall. Okay. So this spreading seas ended up working early on. Alright, Bobby. Lingering Souls, maybe? Oh, Bitter Blossom. This is definitely tokens. With Dark Confidant. You better kill your own Dark Confidant, or Dark Confidant is going to kill you. Alright, so they have Path to Exile up. Hideaway. Uh-oh. That's not good news. So they only have to attack with 3 creatures, I think? Attack with 3 or more creatures this turn. So if they find something beefy, are they going to attack with 3 creatures? No, they're not. It's weak. It's garbage. Alright, let's find another Island Walk Lord to make it very easy for me to attack. Let's just put our opponent out of their misery. Oh! Too late! Too late. Now we have protection from everything. It's over. Yeah. I mean, they could respond to it, but like, how do they know Unsettled Mariner is coming? You know, like how could they know? How could they know? They just can't. All right, so let's begin sideboarding. At least we saw a little bit of the Mariner at the end. Tokens. So I get maybe some Relic. Maybe some Dismembers for this. What do I want? Oh, it's been so long. Maybe I do nothing. This actually is a fine... Main deck is fine. I mean, I could bring in some relics, but I don't know the extent of their graveyard. Sphere to punish cantrips? They have no cantrips. They have no cantrips at all. Well, the problem is Dismember is not very good against tokens. I mean, it's good against Dark Confidant. That's why I'm going to keep 2 of them in here. I don't know if I want to change anything else. I think Insta Snap can only mean Mariner or Silvergill Adept in that situation. Yeah. They were probably expecting just a Silvergill Adept. Well, it's very hard to expect, like, an Unsettled Mariner. Honestly, the Dismember is just for Dark Confidant, or if they gang block a creature, I can Dismember one of them with a like the gang block. If they gang block with all their tokens, I can Dismember one of them. So... Okay, I could take out 1 land, because this is a bit of an attrition-based matchup. I could take out 1 land. Because okay, so we can bring in something. Maybe we play 1 less unclaimed territory, 1 more Brazen Borrower. Because we can bounce a token, it's not irrelevant. I guess that's fine. I sort of want to take out a Vial and maybe bring in a Relic. Because I don't know how much they use their graveyard, but at the very least they're using Lingering Souls. Because if they play Inquisition, then they're probably playing Thoughtseize. Let's do that. I feel sort of comfortable doing this. Make no mistake, tokens can be an attrition-based matchup. I can keep this. If they Inquisition this hand, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. Ugh. Oh, it came into play tap, the Shambling Bant. Too bad, so sad. This might have been a mistake. I think given my hand, it actually might have been worth the risk to play the island here. There's like no way this Mutavault's gonna be better than if I draw another land and play like more of these things all at once. What is this gonna be? Robert Confidant is back. I will throw my Mutavault away at him. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this thing. I don't care. We have to be aggressive against Dark Confidants. If he wants to trade, sure. I have no problem with that. Lingering Souls. Wrath of God. Wrath of fucking God. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're going to get that Lingering Souls. Fucking Wrath of God. The fucking Wrath of God. Unbelievable. In your Dark Confidant deck. Oh, I would really love to have a land there. And then I could just, like, play something and then relic this away. Well, what I can do is I can attack with the Mutavault again and then Violent a Lord if they double block, and that's not the worst exchange. I don't really feel like playing the Relic here. There's a Dark Confidant on the board. Wrath of God is a lot cheaper than Damnation, so well, can't be the most budget deck in the world. Maybe it's a budget deck online. I don't know. I don't know the price of these things. So now do I want to change anything? I could play a Lord. Yeah, I think I like the idea of putting a Lord in play. For max damage. Get Dark Confidant to do... They're going to Wrath of God their Dark Confidant away. Oh, they got an Inquisition of Kozilek. Want to play it? You want to play it? You're shocking yourself in your Dark Confidant deck. Are you going to Wrath this board? You kill one of my creatures, you kill like 3 of yours. You're going to attack with Shambling Vents? Each opponent sacrifices a creature and you gain 4 life. That's not bad. That's a good card. Wish I had mana to activate my Mutavault there. Actually, Mutavault's actually, like, it's an advantage here, right? Why are you attacking with everything? So what they're telling me is I should not activate my Vial. Come on, land. I'll take a land. Okay, let's keep attacking. If this is Path to Exile, that would be nice. If it's not Path to Exile. I mean, I could play Unsettled Mariner, but... I guess there's, like, no point to putting anything on the battlefield. If they have more of these stupid Kai's Guiles. So if they, like, activate Shambling Vent... They waited for the better creature didn't come. Alright, Robert Confidant, what do you like to do? How much damage would you like to take this turn? Aw, none. Damn it. Bobby! Inquisition me. Would this protect me from me whenever you... Oh, it would. Take 4... So what if you have another land? So they do have the land to activate Shambling Vent. Okay, I guess I just let this happen? Okay, I just let it happen. Oops. Death by Bob. Finally, I catch you live. Thanks for coming out, Svedenborn. We're 2-1 so far in this league. Not doing too bad. Yeah, they took the Trickster. That was my largest concern. But they're not attacking with their Shambling Vent. What's up with this? Plan on wrathing the board later? Each opponent so they don't target me. Sort of annoying. Is this like Thought-Knot Seer? Lingering Souls from the Graveyard? Okay. Okay, so they don't have Inquisition anymore. They don't have this cave. They still have this Wrath of God. I don't have the score thing set up on my... I don't think I have it set up. Well, I'm not doing anything. The score thing set up on my Twitch. I'm still a Twitch noob. Still figuring it out. I think I've gone through 1 month on Twitch. Use Ether Vial's ability? Yes, please. I'll put the Merfolk Mistbinder in play. Okay, we're gonna continue to try to aggro out our opponent. And again, I need a land here. Okay, that's fine. You took damage for that. No. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're in trouble. Now we are in trouble. I feel good about taking out the lands. Look at the attrition, but now we just can't curve out. Pass. Okay, okay. Dark Confidant, it's all up to you. You gotta do it for me. Tidehouse Scholar, beautiful. Now please rip the Reality Smasher or something in the next few turns. Oh, this thing is gonna do a lot of work. So hold on. Everything attacks. What if I block here? This is 8. This is 8 damage by itself. I go to 2. And it's impossible to block all these other things. They're going to gain 2 life, go to 9. What if I draw Trickster next turn? So I block this, take 2, 6, go to 4, then I can Trickster 1, block. So there actually is a world where maybe we live. But I have to block the Dark Confidant. No, but like I still don't win if I top deck it. Go to 2, Trickster 1 of these spirits, does nothing. Like the problem is if I draw a Trickster, I don't draw a land. Okay, I found the line. We have to take it, and I have to just deal as much damage as possible. I need to draw a land, and hopefully Dark Confidant finishes our opponent off. It's the only way I can do it. I can attack for 4 and hope that there's a 5 mana card in their deck somehow. They have Wrath of God. Maybe they have Sorin, some 5 mana Sorin, for all I know. It's like a really crappy line. I understand, but so a line's a line. Ah, we couldn't get the second land. Damn it. Is there anything else in our deck we can use? We just couldn't draw a second land. Too bad. Okay, I'll actually we'll see what else is in their deck because the Dark Confidant trigger has to happen. Swamp. Did not learn very much. I guess they're going to play Tidehouse Scholar before they attack for the win. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, concede. Go to sideboarding. Don't really want to change anything. I think it's fine. Like how overall I like how it worked out. I think it's fine. And Force Negation is going to be a little bit more justified if there is a fucking Wrath of God in their deck. It was too bad. It was a really good start for us, but if we just couldn't curve out. It was a really good start. They had that Dark Confidant going. Nombo MTG says, do you think this game could go differently if you relic earlier? There are two less souls and you're one card deeper. Maybe, but I think it's actually very reasonable to attack my opponent down. Like, just hitting the souls is not that big of a deal. I might go one card deeper. Like, at least I had something to do with my mana for quite a while until they fatal pushed it. Yes, I do want to go first. No, we have to mulligan this. We can keep this. This hand's good, and this card's pretty trash anyway. The only thing that sucks is, again, attrition-based matchup. You don't want a mulligan. Go one drop. They actually have a... Well, I mean, they have Inquisition and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things that they can't do on turn one. I'm glad I drew that, because I didn't really want to expose this Lord. Actually, I'm probably going to go Spreading Seas here. Again, to prevent the Tide Hollow Scullers, to prevent... Or does it really disrupt my opponent all that much? Do you know what? I don't want to expose any of my stuff to, like, Fatal Push or whatever, so I think it's reasonable to, like, Spreading Seas here. Astro Smasher? No, I don't want to side in any land drops on the play. This is an attrition-based matchup. They have a lot of removal. Inquisition of Kozilek, probably Thoughtseize. Yeah, Nikachu's brother would definitely take the Spreading Seas line. See, they Fatal Push. They would have eaten up one of my creatures here. Like, one of the good ones, at least. I mean, there's something to be said about, like, just overloading the removal, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, when do you stream the Coffee Nikachu show? I've been meaning to hop on when I stream. Yes. At the moment, Monday to Friday, I guess 9 a.m. PST time. Bitter Blossom. This card kills my opponents more often than it kills me. That's for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it'll, like, stall my opponent, I guess. Because we can, like, bounce one token. They take a lot of damage. They take so much damage. They're going to shock themselves. This Lingering Soul time. Oh, Liliana of the Veil time. Now it's getting tough. Now it's getting tough. I think I gotta dump this Borrower, because it will never attack through any of these fairies. It's just miserable. Is there anything else I want to do, though? I don't really want to bounce the Bitter Blossom, because I'm still gonna lose something in my hand. And I mean, if I bounce Bitter Blossom, play land, play Master of the Pearl Trident, Liliana ticks up, eats my Trickster, so no matter what, I'm losing something here. I'd rather actually just play my cards. Play the high impact cards at least. And also Bitter Blossom actually does a pretty damn good job of, like, killing themselves. Like, Bitter Blossom is not a card to fear. Usually just eats up their own life total. Now hopefully our opponent has a lot less. That's interesting. So if I guess I just play the Trickster. And we tap down the Fairy Rogue. This would not be a bad matchup for... Oh, this doesn't target, so Unsettled Mariner would not be good here. So they're not going to get any value off of this Liliana of the Veil now. Yeah, Tuxev, that's correct. They were trying to get a 2-for-1 here, sort of, by like if I had a land in hand, they could Inquisition my one creature left. Like, I don't know, a Brazen Borrower. Or actually, I don't even know what they're going for. I think I was pretty clearly telegraphing something. Each opponent sacrifice. That sucks. I really hate the fact that they gain life, because that completely undermines like the work that I'm doing here. Honestly, this is a really good card in their deck. Usually I just crushed tokens. They can put souls in the graveyard, I guess. I usually crush tokens because they lose so much life from Bitter Blossom, and even in this, they lose so much life from Dark Confidant. That time they got a token instead of life. That's right. All right, let's draw. I would like to have an Island Walk Lord. So I can play Trickster, tap down one of these things. Does it have lifelink? No. And then if they block, Liliana lives. If they don't block, Liliana will just edict one of these things anyway. But I don't want to draw any cards with Waterlog Grove, because then it just gives Liliana something to eat. That's something I don't want to do. Yeah, we might as well. Okay. We can draw a card at end of turn and hopefully make some use out of it. Just play 4 Black Lotus and Banefire them. Yes. If only if it was as easy as that. See, this game would be so much different if... Do I even... Maybe I just attack them. Like, do I care about this Liliana of the Veil? Maybe. They put some good stuff in the graveyard. That Shambling Vents is a really good card. Okay. So if they want to eat... So if they want to Edict Liliana, that's fine. They have another land. Oh, they've got another Liliana of the Veil. Or not. Let's see what happens. Okay, they attack for 2. Or you're going to attack for 1. Maybe they have nothing in hand? They have to have something, because they dumped a Shambling Vents. They have 1 good card in hand. Sword of Feast and Famine. That's a pretty good card. You just don't have enough mana for it this turn. So what does it do? When it deals damage, they get to... I discard a card, and they untap all lands that they control. So the only thing I care about is that it gives the creature +2/+2. Aside from that, I don't care about the rest, because they have more than enough mana, and we're sort of in the end game right now. But if I crack the Waterlog Grove and draw a card, I may not be able to play both cards that I draw. So maybe I don't actually crack a card here. Unless it were Silvergill Adept or another land. Okay, do you know what? Well, I guess we'll sacrifice. Spinder? Land? Okay, that was great. I mean, that was like the nut draw, right? That was perfect. Actually, perfect would have been drawing an Island Walk first, then the Mutavault. So they'll block, they'll chump. It's fine, we got more. I guess they can equip, attack, then re-equip to something else. It's possible. Opponent had a good curve. Fatal Push, Lily. The Guile was everything. I mean, if they're at 8 life, they're in so much more trouble. Alright. Attack for 3, make me discard nothing. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so that's a lot of damage. Attack for 4, go to 9. But then they can't block with this Spirit. I mean, if I draw an Island Walk Lord, they're very close to dead. Oh no, they can equip. I forgot. They get the lands back. Okay, so they can re-equip the sword. So what is this? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get to live next turn. So I sort of need to dig for an Island Walk Lord no matter what. Oh no, I die. Okay, so shit. Now what I'm hoping for. Just an Island Walk, right? If I get an Island Walk, if I crack this, I need to find an Island Walk Lord and another land. So maybe it's just best that I just pass the turn and hope to draw the Island Walk Lord. Because if I attack for 11, they go to 1 and Bitter Blossom kills them. Because if I dig for an Island Walk Lord with Waterlog Grove, I then need to find a Lord plus a land in the top 2 cards. I think it's more likely I draw just a... And I can't even use that. Well, I can't use this for mana. This is a very tight game. If I draw any Lord, it at least keeps the game going. Because I can attack with everything, force a chump block. And then I get another draw. Actually forces a lot of chump blocks. What else is in my deck? Okay, no Dismembers. And only an Island Walk Lord. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any other reason I should, like, crack the Waterlog Grove. Guess not. Just gotta play to our outs. If they chump, they don't have lethal. Yeah, I understand. So we can at least attack. But if we don't attack with every, like... They don't even need to block if we attack. There's, like, no point. They have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 damage. Okay, I'll just take our turn and hope we rip an Island Walk Lord. Is luck on our side here. Oh! 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 It is our lucky day with... It is our lucky day. Salud would be very amused. Salud would be very amused. This is what happens when you play with Bitter Blossom, people. Oh wait, we did the calculation, decided the Island Walk, just waiting for the Island Walk Lord was enough. Just a curiosity, would I have drawn a land if we cracked the Waterlog Grove? We would have lost if we cracked the Waterlog Grove. This would not have been enough. We just had to wait for the Master of the Pearl Trident. I think it's less likely we draw Island Walk Lord, or sorry, land into Lord of Atlantis than it is to just draw the Lord of Atlantis. Yeah, basically had it the entire time. Oof. Oof, that was tough. I think this match is very easy if they don't have Kaya's Guile. This is a great addition to the tokens deck. This is a very smart card to have in their deck. This 4 life is a fucking beating. That was so hard. If they don't have this 4 life in in any of the games, like it could be a complete game changer. Yeah, tough loss for the opponent. Hey, sometimes your opponent's top deck. You can't Inquisition the top of my deck. Too bad. All right, so that was round 4. Very exciting round 4. Let's move on to round 5. So we lost the die roll against Spider Space. I think this person is a Death and Taxes player. This is also a streamer. I know he's streaming. So if you want to check out Spider Space, you could probably watch us both at the same time. Sounds good. Keep. I have a 1-line Vial with Commander Speaker. If you play anything, I'm going to force negate it. Almost anything. I dare you. Oh, fuck off. Okay, so Soulscar Mage. Got it. Okay, this is an Unsettled Mariner matchup, that's for sure. Wonderwine Hub. Not bad, not bad. Okay, start with this. Guess what I'm playing? I'm pretty sure Spider Space is a Death and Taxes master, like Eldrazi and Taxes, if I'm not mistaken. You used to play a lot of Eldrazi and Taxes, right? Question mark. Well, this is a good question. Do I hit this Metamorphose? This fuels the graveyard for Bedlam Reveler. This will certainly slow down their turn no matter what. The only thing I could be screwed over is Lava Dart. But Lava Dart is like sorcery speed anyway. My two decks against each other. Are they playing that elemental? Are they playing that stupid thing? And they would have nothing else to do at the turn. I'm gonna do this. Hold on, what the fuck? They have actually a Steam Vents out. This could be different. What the hell is this? I'm sort of concerned it's difficult for me to use my Force of Negation in this game, and I'm not using the Spreading Sea, so let's like cut him off a card. I think this is very reasonable. Oh, the blue elemental. Yeah, I definitely can exile the seas. I mean, they're not doing they have blue mana. I'm 3-1 so far. I have no idea. Well, I thought this was mono red prowess. I just noticed in the end that this is a damn Steam Vents. I'll show Command Speaker, it's okay. Did not want to draw more lands, but whatever. Tuxtev loves forcing the Metamorphose. Sometimes if it's really difficult to get use out of those Force and Negations in these matchups, because they play at instant speed. I want to say another good hit is something like... What the hell? You really want that? You really, really want that. Okay. It's yours. In fact, I don't even want any more in my deck. I don't even want to draw anymore. Chosen card is Force of Negation. Main deck Surgical Extraction. Hey, it's probably a good idea. Well, we lost to a 4-color snow deck. We got unlucky. I saw a list with Sprite Dragon and Stormwing Entity as 4-ofs. Ah, they're making us use up the Trickster here. Because this is not a lot of prowess. I could be more patient and tap it when there's like a big prowess creature. Or they could just kill this thing. Anyway. Alright, let's get some beatdown. This might not be correct. Like, I don't have a whole lot of experience against prowess to say, like, I should hold on to my Trickster for the long run. The spell costs 2 less to cast if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Right. Scry 2. Okay, so we get to attack our opponent for a pretty decent chunk of damage. Hopefully, if we draw a Lord, that would be perfect. Like another island. Any Lord, I would take any Lord. Island Walk the Lord would be perfect, though. They put a card on top and a card on the bottom. And it appears they have no more lands. So, what we see is what they got. And they've got gas in hand. That was not what I wanted. So we're leaving Vial up to give the illusion that we have, like, things to do with it. Beware of gut shots. Alright. Beware it is. Swift Spear. Probably Bolt Lord or something. Crash through something. Two gut shots? 2 gut shots would be sick. Would you take the chance? You would die. Draws a card with crash through. They don't have a land, that would be good. This island here is doing a lot of work for us. This deck is gasoline. This looks worse than mono red prowess, and I have a tough enough time against mono red prowess. All right, good. They have nothing else to do here. Let's rip an eye. Let's just rip a Lord. They'll lose all their prowess crap. Does their deck play Lava Dart? I have no idea. Go check Spider Space's stream and find out. He's probably streaming. Like, I've seen him around. I'm like, isn't that the Death in Taxes guy? Isn't that Eldrazi in Taxes? They have a really rough attack. If they have one gut shot, they actually have a decent defense. They're like, okay, fuck it. No. not fuck it. Now I'm thinking, okay, if they have double gut shot and they were playing around another lord, is it good that I get rid of it now? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so if they have double gut shot, I want them to get rid of it right now. All right, I have nothing to show you. But if we pass the turn, so I was trying to induce double gut shot so they'd lose all the prowess triggers and also lose a bunch of life. Lord? Good enough. I'll take it. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's nice. So now we can just attack freely into everything. Because even if they have a gut shot for this, they have to chump block this. And they're gonna go to 1. Alright, they need an amazing turn next turn. And I can chump block the Soul Scar Mage with like something, you know? I think if they had double gut shot, they just go upstairs. Maybe. So I can't do much about the thing in the air. So can they do enough damage in the air? I will block. Should we go with everything? I guess so. Like, I would literally have to lose everything. Alright. They were intimidated by the block. Torp Orb seems useless. Damping Matrix is useless. Damping Sphere looks okay. I have no idea if they use their graveyard for this, and we definitely want Dismember. And Brazen Borrower, I guess, is okay. Okay, Spreading Seas we definitely don't want. Unsettled Mariner, I'm guessing we want. I'm not in love with Force Negation. Maybe Force Negation on Manamorphose is good. Thing in the air. Better than TD? Tita. All things considered, we've been running pretty well today. Tuckstep, how much you like Force and Negation in these matchups? I don't. But you know what? I have to admit that probably countering that Manamorphose was pretty gas. Oh, we have Chalice. We have Chalice in this deck. Fuck this card. Alright, so we have this, we have this, we have this. Let's hope this is enough. Tuckstep says thinks Force Negation is critical. Well, I just got rid of it. I just got rid of all of them. This hand looks fine. I'm going to keep it. So here's a game. Here's a... What are they going to start off with? Soul Scar Mage? Okay. So here's a... Actually, how do I want to start this off? I don't think there's any chance of attacking with Mutavault next turn because I think I have to dismember something. So I'm just going to play Cavernous Soul's Vial. And certainly hope they don't abrade it. Manamorphose into Abrade would be brutal. Not be pleasant. I always wonder if Damping Sphere gets sided in these matchups. Well, I don't like it very much, but I will bring it in. Alright, we didn't get damaged too hard, so we're actually going to get some use out of this Dismember. I wonder, is this for like Spell Pierce or something? You know what I didn't think about? Maybe I should have played Mutavault first, knowing I'm going to Dismember next turn, so I have the option to activate Mutavault block and then squeeze... Oh, fuck. So here's my only problem, is if they have like a Spell Pierce or a Dispel or something, I'm not going to be happy about that. I don't know if that's something they're running, but could be. Oh, that's a good card. Oops, I shouldn't have let that resolve. Okay, anyway, we'll fix our mistake. So I'm taking a walling amount of damage next turn. This is going to be a lot. That's a lot of damage. Main reason to lead on Mutavault is that you could try to block and Dismember when they activate Prowess. Yeah, definitely. Lightning bolt going at me! One more bolt and I'm basically dead. 8. Oh, I am dead. So I actually needed to block something. And then dismember something else to save myself 4 life. So that was a punt. You know, that's a great example of like these really niche situations that kill you. Okay, I sort of believe in the force negation now. What do I remove? I don't want too many. Or maybe I'm overrating, like, Command Speaker here. Okay, let's see. But I'm also on the play, where Force Negation is not going to be as good, because I'm going to 2-for-1 myself. Whatever, I'll keep it like this. Good job, opponent. Yeah, opponent did great. So I'm hoping for is just turn 2 Chalice of the Void. I think I believe more in Dismember than Force. I mean, maybe it's not great because they have Bolt just going straight to my face. How many bolts can they have? This looks like just blue-red prowess. Hand's decent, I'll keep. Could be better, but it's not worth throwing away. They mulligan, that's it. It's a victory as far as I'm concerned. They mulligan to 5. It's great. It's what we need in the 3rd game. More cards. More cards than them. Yeah, I guess we just play this. I was thinking of just passing to dismember something, because I'm almost 100% going to dismember something, just so I can minimize the amount of damage. I see this is an absolute win. Hopefully we don't get lava darted. We do not. See, like, that would be great to dismember, then play, like, Silvergill Adept. So I can dismember this, and then play Mutavault Activate so that I can get Command Speaker online. And then I can play, pending what I draw, I can still play Silvergill Adapt off of this Mutavault, and then Merfolk Mistbinder attack with Mutavault by turn 4. Or actually, I have a better plan. Hold on. I'm not targeting my own creature, right? I'm going to attack for 1, actually, and then I'll threaten activating this Mutavault if they ever try to, what's it called, Lava Dart. Yeah, so if they try to gut, even if they try to gut shot, I'll activate Mutavault. So I have Mutavault in play if I ever need it. Oh, Bishark, attack into it and see if they block. No, actually that would not be great, because what if they, again, have either Surgical Extraction or Lava Dart? Or sorry, Gut Shot. Then I would get crushed. Just crushed. Yeah, hopefully they don't have much to do. Okay, now given this board, we're going to play Merfolk Mistbinder. And then next turn we can play Silvergill Adapt into Lord of Atlantis. Or Silvergill, or just like Lord of Atlantis attack with Mutavault. Oh, then I dismember? No, but then I don't have the mana for that. Or maybe I do. Yeah, you know what, you're right. No, I don't have the mana. They block, I use my mana to activate the Mutavault, and then I don't have mana to dismember anymore. So if they bolt my Merfolk Mistbinder, it's not a big deal. Or are they going to bolt me? No, they're going to bolt Merfolk Mistbinder. So that's not a big loss, because that's 1 less prowess trigger that goes to our face. But maybe they're trying to activate Bedlam Reveler by building their graveyard? Probably not. So I'm just hoping for no big turn here. Wasting prowess triggers, yes. Maybe their hand is gas, I don't know. So now, given these circumstances, we're probably going to go Silver Gill Adept into Lord of Atlantis next turn. I guess they're on control mode. Well, well, well then. Well. I'll play it. I'll play it pre-combat. And then I'll play Silver Gill Adept later. Okay, this sort of forces their hand here. This is going to tax them big time. Braid on this creature? Sure. Again, losing prowess triggers. But keeps their life total high. Now, finally, we're going to see... Maybe we're going to see Unsettled Mariner come to life right at the very end of the league. I have a feeling they need a lot of mana to deal with what we're doing right now. The Mariner has arrived. I have no idea how I can, like, lose if I don't block, so I'm just not going to block. Unsettled Mariner win you the first game of this league. Be nice for it to win the last one. Yeah, sweet ending. The only thing I lose here, I guess, by letting this through is they might play... because I don't know the list, but they could play Light Up the Stage. Oh, look at that. They're gonna, like, lose a land, pay more mana. Or they just wanted it countered. That's interesting. They had to have just drawn that, otherwise the Silver Gill... Oh no, Silver Gill Adept probably was always here. Stormwing Entity, okay. We can attack into that pretty well. Let's hope they just can't draw cards, because that would suck. Put 2 cards on the bottom. Okay, that's good. So we can play a... If I draw a land... I don't draw a land, but I did draw a Speaker. That's not too bad. Because I can play a Lord, attack with everything? No, I can't. They have a Lava Dart here. They can at least get the Prowess trigger off of this. Oh, they can't play. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. So unless I block with this thing. No, unless I... So if I play a Lord, attack with everything, then they can block this, let it die. But I think this is fine. They would take 3 damage, but then they have no power on the battlefield. I think I'm going to screw the Speaker. I'm just going to attack them. Hold on, let's cancel this. Because this could also block the Monastery Swift Spear as well. Island Walk Lord Speaker go. They can play it. No, I want to attack with something. Like even Silver Gill Adept. I don't think there's any reason to not attack here. Like, even if they eat... Even if... Let's say this... Nothing is going to get eaten. Oh, hold on, no. Oh, no, they can still... Oh, no, they can still Lava Dart. I forgot. They can still Lava Dart, get the Prowess trigger. It will get countered, but they still get the Prowess trigger, right? So that is, like, the core of the problem here. I could sacrifice Silver Gill Adept, maybe? Maybe not. No, you know what? I'm starting to like this line of, like, just play the creatures and pass the turn. That will give me the maximum blocks against this. It'd be nice to get rid of this Lava Dart, though. This Lava Dart's a pain in the ass, because they will always have this Prowess trigger. That's worth 2 damage, at least. Like, I'll never have great attacks. Damn it, why don't you have an island? Draw your islands, damn it. So if I play Kamena Speaker, throw away Silvergill Adept. But then I'm just exchanging Silvergill Adept for Lava Dart. Alright. And I'm going to play Merfolk Mistbinder because there's one in the graveyard, and if they draw Surgical Extraction, I'm going to lose it. Okay, pass. You rip Manamorphose? Oh, fuck me. That was a good top deck. That was a good top deck. Fuck, they put 2 cards on the bottom. Ugh. Now we're dead. Well, are we dead? Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're basically dead. Well, Mariner can't protect against that. Definitely not. Let's see. Okay, I guess we have to play Lord of Atlantis, then pass. And we have to block the stupid Swift Spear. And we're going to go to like 1, and then we have to top deck Trickster. Because that's the only way I think I can win this game. Yeah, I always get my great sideboard cards at the very end of the game. I love it when that happens. Although it wouldn't have protected us against Kozilek's return, but could have helped. Actually, I don't think Damping Sphere would have done much in this game. Our opponent played a very patient game. A super patient game. I'm guessing our opponent drew a spell. So they're just going to prowess us to death. Oh, they're going to kill the Mutavault. Okay. Alright, so now we need to top deck a lot of Tricksters and hope our opponent top decks a lot of trash. Alright, well, that's a start. Trickster! What else do I want? Trickster. It's only Trickster, really. It's like consecutive Tricksters. I need like 4 Tricksters in a row. Fuck you! Alright. Good games. Damn it! Yeah, F's in the chat. Unsettled Mariner was trying to help us. You know what's funny? If I went for the attack, maybe this game plays out differently. No, it doesn't, because they still get the Lava Dart. And they still get the Prowess. I would get in some damage. I'm trying to think. If I attack for 9, they take 6 damage. Is the game still open? They take 6 damage, go to 10. But they have no Lava Dart anymore. They wipe the board. Then I play... I have 2 creatures in hand still. I play Lord into Kamena Speaker. They have no Lava Dart. The game still might go on. Like, I have another turn here. And if they get too aggressive, they die. You know? It's very interesting. If I take the line of like Lord early, or like when I played Kamena Speaker Lord, I could go Lord, attack with Mutavault and everything. They'd block the well, they would probably like attack with this thing and then like wait for the opportune moment to play Kozilek's return. So maybe I'd still get wiped out. But anyway, interesting, very interesting deck. Is Unsettled Mariner good? Okay, I will admit that Unsettled Mariner did stuff. Was it like the reason I was winning? Like, do I need it? Could I live without it? I wish I won that match against that Prowess deck. That I think that would have been a good support for Mariner, given the fact that I think that's going to be a very poor matchup. I think I need a lot of help. And Unsettled Mariner did not help me there. So I'm still undecided about this card. Like, it did not really help us that much. it's against what's it called? It didn't help us very much against that control deck. I'll give it this. I think I should play more 1-drops. I would rather try to play a deck that's like all in with the 1-drops so that I can utilize... It puts more pressure on my opponent to use their spells. With Mariner, we've got a build that's relatively slow and clunky. Like, we have only like one thing to play on turn 1. So our opponent has more room to be patient and wait to have the mana to get around Mariner. But I don't know. It's a tough call. I could try this again, but I'm not gonna play it in the Modern Challenge tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I can't tell you for sure if I'm gonna stream the Modern Challenge on Saturday, but I am planning on it. It's stupid. Getting stream sniped in that event is really bad, and Merfolk is not a powerful deck, and we are in so much trouble. We are just in so much trouble if they stream snipe us. But this is tentatively a plan that I might do for tomorrow, so I'll be very excited if I see you there. You know, I think it starts the clock at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, so you know, look for me, or you'll find me if you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I'll leave something. So I can talk with you guys for a few seconds, but that is going to be it for today. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon and the subscribers subscribing on Twitch, and we're also going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Bant Merfolk in Modern.